It's Halloween.
Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
You might not have known it, but that was Chris doing a maniacal laughter.
It wasn't
not some
me.
kind of. It wasn't Vlad the Impaler coming back.
It was a ghoul.
How are we? Are you in the spooky spirit?
I don't really
season?
get the point in Halloween, to be honest.
Oh, fuck off.
We're not Americans.
We're doing a Halloween
you know what I mean?
special and you don't get the point in Halloween.
Yeah, but we're not. Americans love it. I'm not overly keen. It's just another day I will turn all the lights off so it looks like no one exists. Do you know why this has happened, actually?
What?
2 years ago, I bought a big bag of sweets to give out to all the little children.
Yeah.
Didn't come to the door, mate.
Yeah, because of where you live. You don't
Pissed
live
me
on
off.
the road. You have to go up a drive to get to yours,
But we
and
put
you
a
have to make
pumpkin
it
in the window.
inviting.
We'd put a pumpkin in the window.
But they can't see. So you'd have to do it from the gate up to the... Because Chris is
Too
very
much
middle
effort.
class and he has a driveway. And
So
he's set
middle
back
class, if
from
you
the
couldn't
road.
tell. Yeah.
You do sound very middle class, to be fair. You don't sound like you're from
I speak
Kettering.
proper in it.
Yeah, you got dragged up proper.
Know what I mean, bruv? Do you like Halloween? Are you a Halloweensman?
I am a Halloweensman, but not from the point of view of kids coming around doing trick-or-treating or anything. I enjoy ghost stories. I enjoy getting cozy, watching scary movies, swapping stories about supernatural things that have happened and
The most supernatural.
the like.
Speaking about scary things, if anyone can hear a child sounds like they're being brutally murdered, then my child is screaming. It's just
No,
a
you
warning.
don't have a child.
I don't have a child.
It was all a dream. It's the ghost of children past.
That'd be easier sometimes, wouldn't it?
What is your favourite Halloween film?
Ooh. Does it have to specifically be a Halloween film, or is it just like a horror movie?
Yeah. Horror movies also fine.
I think The Conjuring, when they do the Enfield haunting. So I think it might be The Conjuring 2 or Conjuring 3.
That's the Enfield what in London?
Yeah.
With the girl flying across the room?
Yeah,
Shirley?
Yeah, they covered... I don't think her name's Shirley. Shirley not.
Surely not.
Shirley not. I don't think her name is Shirley. But that would be a good little one we could cover next Halloween.
The real life one's really interesting.
Yeah. Well, there's also a BBC series about it as well, which is really good.
Is there?
It's got it's got Scabbers the Rat in it.
Okay, yeah, I don't know his name.
I can't remember his name either. Ugly little man.
My favourite, as you well know, Hocus Pocus. You came up to watch it. Lincoln Open Air Cinema. You said you didn't mind it.
It's
all
alright.
Setting.
I got home and I watched the second one.
And?
That's pretty shit.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
No.
I think because I was forced to watch it in the outdoor cinema environment.
You didn't have to come. I did only invite
No,
Rachel and said,
I
did
wouldn't
you want to bring the kids?
That's why I found it enjoyable, because if I was sat on the sofa, I would have been on my phone watching it. Do you know what I mean? So it was all right.
This is a thing that I've seen come up a lot in the last couple of days. It's about the dumbing down of films, because filmmakers know people are going to be on their phones. So they tend to narrate more.
I saw that the other day. Did you show me that?
I don't know if I did. I think it's making the rounds at the moment.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, because people actually tend to narrate in the script as well what they're doing for people that aren't following along and actually watching, and they make it easier to follow because people are their attention's divided. I think that's such a shame. That's why I always say I think the best movies were made like 20 years ago. No. You don't tend to get like we were saying about going to the cinema, and I couldn't see anything that I wanted. We went to the cinema. We had a look at what was on. I was like, I'm not interested in any.
Nothing
of this.
on at all at the minute, is there?
It's all about TV shows.
Yeah.
Slow Horses.
A load of crap. Ooh.
Finally watched Slow Horses. Finally, yeah, we've done the 4 seasons now. Is the 5th season a new season?
Yes. Yeah, we've not watched the newest one yet because we've been watching The Traitors.
Oh man, are you up to date on it?
Oh yeah. We got to. I think we started watching it on like the weekend. Finished it all on Tuesday. I was like, right, on to the next one. No episodes remaining. Super sad. So we watched it last night.
Came out today and yesterday they come out, don't they?
Yeah.
So good.
We are up to date fully. I'm glad. Spoilers. I'm glad that chat Jonathan Wath is gone. He
Yes.
came crawling out the depths, didn't he? I thought he was dead. We've
What?
spoken about this. I think we spoke about this a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, who are we talking
Wathy.
about?
Jonathan
Yes.
Wath.
Yeah. He played the game really well, to be fair.
Yeah,
but
he
he's
was.
dead. He's dead, and he's gone. Sorry for the spoiler alert. And I think him taking, honestly, because they were all kind of saying that they weren't going to dob each other in, and then every single one of them dobbed every single one in, and I fucking love it.
It's the best thing.
Incredible. And then I think he took it quite well in the cut scene afterwards, and he said, "I'm glad that they dobbed me in. Otherwise, it would have been so obvious." But he kind of did his Hail Mary by saying Kat and Alan in the car on the way back from the mission.
Yeah, sneaky.
Honestly, so good, so good. We love. Shall we
have had an accurate guess.
Has somebody guessed it?
Somebody has guessed it, and it is our favourite friend, Nick.
Oh.
After all that
so
abuse.
he said it from his box, did he? Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad he got something right then. So, for the riddle was, there's a uterus on the floor. Please, Nick, reveal who it is about.
Do you want me to read the whole email?
Is it long and does it have abuse?
It's not too bad. No, it's less abuse. I think he's looking for us to be on his side again now.
Okay, right, read it to me.
Hello, my dear backseat historians. It is I, your friendly neighbourhood 4'11" shot-putting cunt. I love emails. I love Insta. I love TikTok. I come bearing a guess to the glorious riddle that definitely has never been a complete decoy. This one must be Jack the Ripper, because that boy do be taking uteruses and shit. Maybe even their shit, to be honest. Love the pod. Big sloppy kisses and reach arounds to the both of you from Nick.
Oh, he got back in his box and he was very nice about it.
A female reach around would be very interesting. A reach around, so it's like you're with your bros, you reach around them, start wanking them off.
Oh, you'd have to have really long arms to do that.
Man arms.
Over the shoulder?
No, around the waist is fine.
Oh, around the waist? Oh,
round the shoulders, mental, mate.
Well, that's what I thought. When he said reach around, I was like, oh, does that mean a hug? That's really nice.
No.
So, round the waist, down to the crotch.
Yeah.
Wrist action.
Yeah. Fapatron 5000 or Wankathon.
Okay, fine. I accept that. Thank you very much, Nick. I appreciate that. And yes, you did get it correct. We need to add him to the list of people that are going to be getting key rings. Where's the list?
Well done, Nick. You are on the list.
Well done.
Can't promise you'll ever get you.
The list is gone.
That's fair enough. So Nick is the only one on the list.
Okay, that was fun.
Well done. I'm pretty sure. Did anyone else get on the list?
Yeah.
Was it your mate Jodie?
Yeah, Jodie's on there.
They don't deserve it.
Okay, well that's fun. So yes, we are today talking about Jack the Ripper for our Halloween special, which hopefully will be out on Halloween. Yes.
Potentially.
Do we have buy-in for that? Okay.
I can do that. I can sort that out.
Cool. Do we want to? Should we dive right in? I've got my glass of red wine.
Nice. Enjoy.
I'm
I
also
have a
with
lovely
Plague.
Robinson's Fruit Creations.
Blackcurrant and blueberry. You're not. I am with Plague, the Plague that you had. I now had it.
Yeah.
So if I sound ill, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So let me set the scene.
Sorry.
We are in Whitechapel, 1888, an impoverished area of London, a far cry from the gentrified neighbourhood we know today. The streets were dirty, gaslit and murky, setting the perfect backdrop for crime to fester like disease. 55% of children died before reaching 5 years old in the East End slums. Prostitution was rife and poverty was a normal way of life for the majority of residents. People doing anything they could to eke out an existence in the ramshackle houses that we would barely call hospitable today. Pollution and the smell of sewage hung in the dense smog of the big city.
Tell you what, I am scared.
Boom.
That was well written.
Is that spooky?
Yeah, that was class, mate. That was class.
I feel like we all feel like we're in there. I've still got another 4 paragraphs setting the scene, so enjoy this.
Nice.
Indeed, life was hardest for the women of Whitechapel. There were not enough jobs to go around, and those that were available often went to men. Did you just say good?
Yeah, what? There's not enough kitchens to clean?
No, not enough apparently. When faced with starvation and homelessness, most poor women turn to the oldest profession in the world.
Cleaning. Prostitution.
Prostitution. Well done.
Nice.
They were known as unfortunates at the time. Some of the victims even described themselves as unfortunates. They owned
poor, unfortunate souls. What's that from? Is that Lion King?
Little Mermaid.
All right.
Ursula.
Ursula.
Come on, surely you watch enough Disney films.
No.
So these women owned only what they wore, and they carried what they carried in their pockets, and their nighttime work would pay for their bed for the night. So most of them didn't rent anywhere or own anywhere to live. They would just rent a bed, earning money from prostitution in whichever way they could.
Squirt all over the sheets.
Yes. Well,
and
oftentimes they just
in their jizz.
In terms of the prostitution, they would just do that out in the streets. Majority of them just shag in the streets. So there were scant options for renting a room. The nightly cost of a coffin bed was 4p, which is £2 in 2023. So literally, you'd be sleeping in a box like a coffin.
Sounds
probably
really
not
delightful.
even any bedclothes or anything like that.
Yeah, doesn't sound exciting.
For half the price, you could stay in rooms where you'd be sleeping over a hangover rope. Do you know where the term hangover comes from?
Sleeping over the hangover rope?
Yeah. So it's
what
a rope.
What is a hangover?
No. So they're ropes, a couple of ropes in a room from wall to wall, maybe about waist height. You literally pay to lean on the rope and you sleep over that overnight.
Oh, just sleep on some ropes?
Yeah. And there's so many people you don't lay down. You just lay on the rope. A lot of people, because they'd spent all their money drinking, so they'd get paid. They'd go to the pub, spend all their money, so they only had a little bit left. So they used to go just drape themselves over these ropes, and obviously they'd wake up feeling worse the following day, which is where hangover comes from.
Bloody hell.
Now
we are learning. Did you learn that researching this?
No, I kind of knew already. And then it said hangover rope, and I was like, yes, I remember this. So they very rarely would stay in the same place more than one night in a row. And then it's only once they got enough money together could they try and find a place to lay their heads. So these were called common housing
common
lodging houses or something. I'll find later. The lack of contraception at the time also meant that backstreet abortions were commonplace and performed in dirty facilities, leading many women to die of infection from so-called surgeries or from ingesting chemicals of poison. They are scrapping out a living at the time.
Yeah, fucking sounds rough. Sounds like Kettering, mate.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Kettering now is Whitechapel in 1888.
Yeah.
That's what I heard anyway. The police force are kind of newly formed, really disorganised. It isn't the network that we know today. They don't have the same level of training. They're just kind of idiots. Are you
talking about modern day?
Yeah, well, yeah, I suppose you could say both. Yeah. No, I don't mean that. I know policemen. They're okay.
Yeah.
The lack of resources and technology meant that many crimes were mislabeled, and policemen held biases such as against women, such as things like rape. And murder, they just simply go unsolved, especially if they're prostitutes. There wouldn't be any sympathy for them. And I was like, well, that's your job. The maze of dingy alleyways and dark courtyards, each with multiple entrances and exit points, also made the district even more difficult to police. There were even areas of Whitechapel that officers were too scared to enter, making them hotspots for crime.
Ooh.
It is against this... Oh, we need scary music for the back of this.
Okay.
It is against this... Just do what you were doing for the first one.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. It is against this backdrop of Victorian London that an unknown figure carried out depraved acts of violence that shocked London and created one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in the world. At the time, he was known by monikers such as the Whitechapel Murderer and Leather Apron, and his correspondence with police in the famous Dear Boss letter cemented his place in true crime history. Boom.
No idea what you just said because I was concentrating on my noises too much, but it sounded good.
Sick. So,
a bit of that.
Let's move on to Jack the Ripper, Leather Apron, Whitechapel Murderer.
Bosh. That was a good rhyme.
Bosh.
My name Jack the Ripper. If I see you, you better not be a stripper. Come round here, you're going to get bipper. I'm going to put a knife to you.
Lick him up.
Nice. Don't lick them up. You catch diseases. Don't lick those
Probably would.
whores up.
There are 11 murder cases that were being investigated in the docket of the Whitechapel murders from the 3rd of April 1888 to the 13th of February 1891 by the Metropolitan Police. However, there are only 5 canonical murders that are commonly agreed to be attributed to the spectre of Jack the Ripper. So they're called the canonical 5.
Canon, a bit like Lord of the Rings.
Canon.
Is it canon? Canon. Canon?
Yeah, canon. Canonical, but canon.
Canonical, yeah.
Canonical. Canonical is hard to say. Canonical.
Canonical.
Experts point to common attributes of Jack the Ripper's MO as the linking factors between the 5 cases, and that is the deep slash wounds to the throat, followed by extensive abdominal and genital area mutilations, the removal of organs, and progressive face mutilations. It gets gruesome.
Jack
I've spared no detail. He does need to relax.
Yeah.
These are the marks of a killer getting to grips with his macabre work, gaining confidence as the bodies fell and he remained free. I enjoyed this. So if I may quickly direct your attention, Chris, if you could go on to it's still named Danger, Danger, High Voltage, that page which has my research on it, you'll see there is some red. Do you see that on the second page?
Oh,
there's some red.
Yes. Do I read that?
You will be role-playing.
Yes, you've planned the. Am I a woman?
You are. You're going to be an East End woman. I've still got another couple of paragraphs. We are going to talk about the first canonical victim. Her name is Mary Ann Nichols. So for each of the 5
I'm not
victims,
German.
I've done. You're not German, but you can go with it. There's one Swede. I don't know if I've got anything for her to say. It's mostly Mary Ann that has a lot more to say.
I'm
so I've done that in red. Nice. I have gone into depth. Well, I haven't gone too much into depth, but I have gone into the background of each of the 5 victims because I thought, let's talk about the victims, things we don't know who Jack the Ripper is. Spoiler alert, they never found him. And then I will talk. Oh, yeah.
Wait. You just wait.
Okay.
You just wait.
Mary Ann Nichols, who also went by Polly, was born on the 26th of August, 1845 in London, the second of 3 children born to Edward Walker, a locksmith, and Caroline, a laundress. Little is known about her early. It started already. Early life. But we do know that at age 18, Mary married, that's hard to say, a printer's machinist by the name of William Nichols. And together they had 5 children, the youngest born in 1879. By 1880, the couple had separated and William moved with 4 of their children to Old Kent Road. So Mary's father accused...
Monopoly?
Yes. That's why I left it in there. Because it's on Monopoly. Mary's father accused William of having cheated on his daughter with the nurse that attended the birth of their youngest child, whilst Nichols claimed that they did experience marriage troubles due to Mary's alcoholism, and that only after Mary had left him did he engage in the affair. What is certain, though, is that after the affair, Mary amassed a lengthy police record which noted arrests for minor offences such as drunkenness, disorderly conduct, and... prostitution. So she turned to prostitution.
Bloody hell, Mary.
After her and her husband split up. So the following years showed a slow descent into homelessness, alcoholism and prostitution, as we've already said. So by law, William was required to support his estranged wife with a monthly payment of 5 shillings, which isn't an awful lot of money.
Right.
And then he found out that his wife had turned to prostitution to supplement her income. Husbands at the time were not actually required to support wives who earned their money through illicit means. Therefore, he went to court, she went to court, and he didn't have to pay her any more money.
No more money.
No more money. So Mary ended up doing a couple of stints in the Lambeth workhouse. She occasionally slept rough in Trafalgar Square. She managed to gain employment as a housekeeper with a wealthy religious couple that were teetotal, which means they don't drink.
Thanks for telling me that.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. And for a time, it seemed as though her situation was going to improve. She wrote to her father in April 1888 about the situation to say,
"You'll be glad to know that I'm settled in my new place and going on all right up to now. My people went out yesterday and have not returned, so I am in charge. It's a grand place inside, with trees and gardens back and front. All has been newly done up. They are teetotalers and religious, so I ought to get on. They are very nice people, and I have not too much to do. I hope you're all right and the boy has work. So goodbye for the present, from yours truly, Polly. Wetter than an otter's pocket.
Incredible.
Can't believe that was the saying
You
back
went
then.
somewhere. You went somewhere, didn't you?
That was good, wasn't it? That was East End, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was perfect.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
absolutely perfect. Exactly how I imagined it as well.
Nice. Cool.
However, after 3 months, she could no longer resist the urge to drink, and she absconded from her employment, stealing clothes worth £3 and 10 shillings.
Fuck.
Guess how much that is today, unless you've already read it.
Unfortunately, I'm looking at it in the notes, so I'm going to go with around £500.
£500
getting
today.
that Gucci, is she? What's she up to?
Hey, yeah. She's just got like a load of money. Like, I'm guessing
That
she's not going to
Gucci,
sell it
bro.
for that much, but
No.
she resorted to prostitution to earn a living again, living in the common lodging house. That's what I was trying to say, Eddie.
Do you think prostitution should be legal now?
Why?
I don't know. I was just asked. Wow.
Should it be legal?
Yeah.
I just don't see it as anything other than exploitative. I know, like, there's some people that
Yeah,
say
but if
sex
they
work is
wanna do it,
liberating, but
if they
want to do it and it's not exploitative and run by people, yeah, but you kind of got to look at what goes along with it. And a lot of people
Just
are on
hose,
drugs
yeah,
and
but
shit.
no pimps. Just
Whoa,
hose.
yeah,
You know what I'm on about?
just the hose, not the pimps.
Yeah, no
Taking
pimping.
it back.
No big pimping.
I don't know. I honestly don't know enough about it. What do you think?
Shag who you want, get paid for it. That's what I say.
Nice. Shag bitches get paid. She resorted to prostitution to earn a living, living in a common lodging house in Spitalfields. Spitalfields. I had no idea that Spitalfields had an L in it, apart from
I
the
didn't
fields.
know that was a real thing.
Yeah.
Where is that?
With an elderly woman, not early. She was born early, named Emily Nellie Holland.
Emily Nellie Holland.
The 31st of August, 1888, 1:20 in the a.m., Nichols returned to her lodging house, a new black velvet bonnet in tow.
Ooh.
The housekeeper asked her for the 4 shillings required for her bed, which Nichols did not have, and she was ordered to leave the premises. Nichols replied,
"I'll soon get my DOS money. See what a jolly bonnet I've got now."
Very nice, very nice. So DOS is slang for low-cost accommodation. She left.
I thought it was like the doll.
Yeah, I thought so too. But
Right.
I looked it up in this instance, and that's what it means.
Fair play.
She left, likely intending to earn the money by prostituting herself. So Mary was last seen by Emily Holland, who's the lady that she
Nelly.
shares a room with, Nellie, at around 2:30. Emily recalled that Mary seemed to be notably drunk, at one stage slumping against the wall of a grocer's shop. Emily tried to persuade Mary to return to the lodging house with her, but Mary refused, as she said, "Oh, I didn't make that red."
What did she say? Oh, I'm back. Where am I? That little bit?
Yeah.
Start again.
Emily tried to persuade Mary to return to the lodging house with her, but Mary refused, as she said,
"I've had my lodging money 3 times a day, and I've spent it, so get fucked."
"So I'm going to get fucked."
I'm going to go and get my fucking lips crimpled, love. Don't know what that means.
I mean,
crimply
clearly it
lip.
meant something.
Yeah.
Oh, crimply lips. Despite not having the money to pay for a bed for the night, she seemed unconcerned, and Emily left Mary. Was her name Mary? It was Mary,
No.
wasn't it? There were 2 Marys.
Yeah. Magdalene.
It said May, and I was like, that's not right. Walking towards the Whitechapel Road. Little did she know it would be the last time she would be seen alive.
Shit.
At 4:20 in the morning, a carman named Charles Allen Cross came across what he initially believed to be a tarpaulin lying in the ground in Bucks Row. Instead, he just stumbled
what is a
upon
carman?
a carman. I'm guessing it's like a
Like an old
carriage, like
roadman.
a taxi.
Right.
That's what I'm guessing. He stumbled upon Mary's still cooling corpse. Her throat had been slashed twice from left to right, both wounds reaching her vertebral column. So it
Damn, that
slashed
is
all the way through her neck to her spine.
That's a deep wound.
Deep slash. Her death would have been instantaneous, but the killer didn't stop there. Her vagina had been stabbed twice, her abdomen mutilated with one deep, jagged
Why
wound.
stab something that's already a hole?
Because you don't like it. Or you do like it and you don't like that you like it.
I'm going to stab
You
you.
don't do it because your mind's working normally. You
Yeah,
just
fair
killed
enough.
a person.
Just killed a man.
Just killed a bloke.
Brick just killed a man.
So the wound in her abdomen measured 2 or 3 inches alongside similar cuts that caused her bowels to protrude through the wounds.
Oh.
Literally, it only gets worse from here. They had all been inflicted with the same knife, estimated to be 6 to 8 inches, which is 15 to 20 centimetres long, possibly a cork cutter's or shoemaker's knife. The first suggestion that the murderer had some surgical knowledge was made by Dr. Llewellyn, who carried out the post-mortem.
Oh, Llewellyn.
R.I.P. Mary Ann Nichols.
Rip Mary. On to the next one.
Annie Chapman.
Annie Chaps Men.
1 week later, the body of Annie Chapman was discovered in Spitalfields.
Oh, no role play for this one. I'll just be dead,
I don't know if I have... Oh, yeah, I do have some. Here we go. It's not as much. There are little things all the way through, but that was the biggest one.
Okay. Where's this one from? Right, now the accents are going to get a bit wild, okay?
Yeah, there are some things that have been overheard between possibly her and a client. So like Mary, Annie had also had a weakness for alcohol that had started in childhood. She had married John Chapman in 1869, having 3 children with him. Though she had weaned herself off drinking by 1880, the profound disability of her youngest son John sent her into a spiral of alcohol addiction, worsened still by the death of their daughter Emily in 1882. By this time, both Annie and her husband were alcoholics. The pair separated in 1884, and once again John took custody of their surviving daughter whilst Annie relocated from Windsor to London, the reason for the separation being Annie's drunken and immoral ways. So exactly the same, pretty much, as Mary Ann Nichols. Almost like a carbon copy of stories. Very vulnerable ladies.
Vulnerable.
John was supporting his ex-wife with a weekly payment of 10 shillings, so she's much better off. But this source of income stopped when he died of liver cirrhosis in 1886.
It's always the Johns.
It's always the Johns. Incidentally, their surviving daughter, who was 13, is believed to have joined a performing troupe which travelled with a circus to France.
Sounds fun. Always wanted to be part of the circus. A bit like your nan.
She was an acrobat. Was Nan?
Yep. So I've been told. The acrobat and the flea.
Very bendy. After her husband's death and his support payments stopped, Annie seemed to lose the will to live. She made money through crochet work, making antimacassars, which is the cloth on the back of a chair to keep it from getting dirty. I have no idea why it's... You know, in an old lady's house, you've got those old... Like, they got those white cloth that they put on a headrest, and it's got lace around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a whole word, and it's ridiculously difficult to say. Honestly, that's stupid. I don't know why it's that.
Antimacassars.
Can you see it?
Antimacassars. Yeah. What does that mean?
I don't know. Can you see it when I highlight stuff? When I do that, can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. She also sold flowers and occasionally prostituted herself to supplement her income when needed. On the night before her death, she was seen being discharged from the Whitechapel Infirmary and told an acquaintance she was too ill to do anything. I could have given you that one, I didn't.
Typical woman.
Indeed, the coroner found an advanced state of disease in her lungs and brain membranes that would have killed her within months, so she would have been dead anyway.
Oh.
Shortly after midnight on the 8th of September, Annie didn't have enough money to pay for her bed at the lodging house. We see a pattern here. She drank a pint of beer with a fellow... I've just seen something.
What a legend, mate. Do you reckon she necked it?
So she drank a pint of beer with a fellow lodger named Frederick Stevens at around 10 past midnight. She left and came back at around 25 to 2 with a baked potato, which she ate before heading out to earn her money for her bed via prostitution. Also, all of these things happen so late at night.
Yeah.
Like, she's just getting back at 25 to 2 with a baked potato, getting ready to go earn some money. At that point, wouldn't you just not sleep?
Shag in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like, why?
It's a morning shag. Bad
she
breath,
told
though.
Frederick...
It won't be long, Brummy. See that Tim keeps the bed for me.
Oh, is Annie from India?
Pardon?
Is Annie in Old Indian Mail?
No, she's from Southampton. She's got a funny accent.
Right. She was seen heading in the direction of Spitalfield Markets. A Miss Elizabeth Long later testified that she had seen Annie talking with a man at 5:30 in the streets of Spitalfields. Again, if it's at 5:30 and you're still out trying to prostitute, that's pretty much morning. Just give up.
Daybreak, isn't it?
Elizabeth described the man as shabby genteel in appearance, wearing a brown low-crowned felt hat and possibly a dark coat. According to Long, the man had asked Chapman the question,
Villiers?
to which Chapman replied,
Yes.
if she was correct to identifying Annie, she was the last person to see her alive.
Oh.
At 5:15, a tenant of 27 Hanbury Street entered the yard of the property to use the toilet. He informed police he had heard a woman shout,
No, no.
before hearing the sound of someone falling against the fence, dividing the gardens of numbers 27 and 29 Hanbury Street, although he did not investigate further. Clever
What a
man.
dickhead. Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. No,
That'd be
you
right.
wouldn't. You were just going out to use the loo. No,
That'd be
you
alright,
wouldn't do
yeah.
that. Annie's
a gap.
mutilated body was discovered just before 6 o'clock on the morning of the 8th of September by an elderly resident of 29 Hanbury Street. The responding policeman immediately connected the similarities between Annie and Mary's murders. Annie's throat had been cut from left to right so deeply that the bones of her vertebral column bore striations, which is like the indents of the knife.
Okay.
She had been disemboweled, with a section of the flesh from her stomach placed on her left shoulder and another section of skin and flesh plus her small intestines removed and placed on her right shoulder. Parts of her uterus and bladder were missing. Annie's protruding tongue and swollen face led examiners to believe that she may have been strangled with her handkerchief prior to her throat being slashed, and that her murderer may have held her chin as he performed the act. What was that noise? What was
Death
that
by
noise?
handkerchief just made me laugh. Yeah, that's the first.
Death by handkerchief. She
Hopefully
was also sober at the time of her murder. Some experts believe that as her body was not extensively surveyed at the scene, her reproductive organs may have been removed by staff at the coroner's, as they may have been taken advantage of the already open body to remove some organs as specimens.
Bloody hell. I wonder what he does with said organs. Maybe he's building his own human.
Wait, the coroner people or Jack the Ripper?
Jackie.
Yeah. Wow, you might get a clue in a bit.
Oh, was not expecting that because we don't know who he is.
We don't know who he is, so we've got a bit of a double whammy for you here.
Okay, the wham jam. Oh, like a twin
wham jam,
murder.
thank you, ma'am. We've got two people. 2 girls, 1 night.
2 girls, 1 cup.
2 girls, 1 knife.
2 girls, 1 knife.
The 30th of September 1888 was a busy day for Jack the Ripper as 2 victims fell victim. The victims fell to his dark dealings. Elizabeth Stride was the first victim and what? That doesn't make sense, Megan. Elizabeth Stride was the first person.
Elizabeth Stride was the first victim, a fallen victim to Jack on that night. It's genius.
Thank you.
Your writing levels go from so high to so low sometimes.
So low.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sound like it is not my first language. So she was the first victim to a fallen victim to Jack on that night. And it was the first instance. And in the first instance, the lack of mutilations to her body led investigators to believe that she was not murdered by the same serial killer. However, the discovery of Catherine Eddowes, killed an hour after Elizabeth,
Damn.
and the fact that the murder may have been interrupted, and the distinctive throat slash are enough to connect the murders in most experts' minds.
Shit.
I think I may have had a stroke writing that paragraph.
That's fine. We all have a stroke every now and again.
Yeah, we. Okay. I'm trying to see.
Yep.
I'm trying to see if there's any. Yeah, there is. There's some for you. And also, this woman is Swedish, so you can factor that in.
Yep.
If you're saying something that she said
Do I get a nice long Oh, it's so short. It's
No,
hard to get in the
there's
swing of
only
it.
short ones now. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'm prepared for this.
Elizabeth Stride was born Elizabeth Gustafsdotter on the 27th of November,
Gustav's
1843.
daughter.
Gustav's daughter. We've all watched
Yep.
Vikings. We know what that means.
Yep.
In a small farm to the west of Gothenburg in Sweden.
A goth iceberg.
A goth iceberg. It's not a phase, Mom. Titanic goes past. Where are you?
I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep. I cannot dream tonight.
As the Titanic goes down, they're screaming. In early adult life, fuck, man.
That early adult knife, you know. Not the you don't want an old adult knife.
Quick drink break. Ooh. In early adult life. The thing is, I did so well earlier.
Yeah, it was fine.
I did so well when we were setting the scenes. I only stumbled like once or twice.
Well, you built yourself up high.
My
and
head's
you got
gone.
knocked back down. That's fine. It happens to the best of us.
She was a domestic servant anyway in Sweden.
A domestic servant.
Though unlike the other canonical victims of Jack the Ripper who fell into poverty after the breakdown of a marriage, she turned to prostitution earlier in life. Gothenburg.
15.
She was born in 1843, 1865. She was 22. 22, not 15.
Wasn't far off.
That's when she was caught anyway. So Gothenburg police records dating from March 1865 confirm her arrest on this charge, and she was tweeting.
She's tweeting. Oh my God, just slept with the biggest bloke I've ever been with. XX.
Treated twice for venereal disease. Treated
the old
twice.
VD.
Treated.
Tweeted.
Ah, you said it. You did it.
Oh yeah, tweeted. Treat.
It's harder than you think.
Being all wassy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Jonathan Ross, common not forgotten. Elizabeth moved to London in 1866, though the reason for her relocation are unknown. She told a lot of people lots of different things. But it wasn't that interesting, so I didn't include it.
Fair enough.
Upon her arrival to London, she learned English and Yiddish, and is said to have deleted She is said to have dated rather than deleted a policeman.
Deleted?
In the 1860s.
She got deleted. Mate.
She's about to get deleted.
Yeah.
She married a carpenter by the name of John Stride. I think John is by far the most popular name in this. In 1869, and the pair opened a cafe. This appeared to go well for the couple for a time. But the records show that Elizabeth was admitted to the popular workhouse on 2 occasions, suggesting that the pair went through some financial difficulties and also that they split at this time. By 1884, John had died from tuberculosis, and Elizabeth split her time between common house lodgings and a volatile relationship with a man named Michael Kidney. Michael Kidney.
Fuck it, my name is Michael Kidney. You see that fucking bird there about her uterus? So I've got a kidney.
I'm gonna get that uterus out of her fucking uterus, mate. Drink break.
This cough is ruining my life.
Elizabeth Stride's life's about to be ruined. She earned money by needlework, house cleaning.
She strode into this one.
She did stride into death, prostitution during this time, and appeared in court on 8 occasions for being drunk and disorderly, as well as using obscene language.
Fucking hell.
You forget my pop. Oh, but she's Swedish.
She's from Sweden.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, get out of my pussy.
It's like that guy, that Icelandic guy.
Yeah.
With the little kid. And the little kid goes off and just falls over and stuff, and he's just in the background.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, no worries. On the evening of the 29th of September 1888, Elizabeth was seen with a few companions or clients by eyewitness accounts, one of whom said to her, "You'll say anything but your prayers." Yeah, I expected it to be a bit more menacing than that. Also, It's not her that said it.
All right, fine. "You'll say anything but your prayers, you Swedish slag."
Yeah, perfect. The last witness to see her alive was between 12:35 a.m. and 12:45 a.m. Was a dock worker named James Brown.
Oh, I couldn't remember any of his songs.
I can't remember any
Get
of his
on up!
songs.
Get on up!
Get up, get on up, get on the scene, get on up. He's a slash machine.
Get on up! I can't. I've got no throat.
I've got no throat.
You got no throat.
So James Brown, he thinks he saw a woman he believed to be Stride standing with her back against a wall at the corner of Burner Street, speaking with a man of average build in a long black coat. Brown heard Stride say,
No, not tonight. Some other night.
very nice. So she's turning someone down, apparently.
Slag.
Elizabeth's body was found at 1 a.m. on Sunday the 30th of September. She lay on her left side with her right hand still upon her stomach and her left arm extended behind her back. Her left hand still clutched several... How do you say that word?
Where am I? I'll get you. I've got you back. Highlight it. Cashew.
Do you reckon?
No.
It's
Several
some
cashew
kind of
wrapped in
lozenge.
tissue. Yeah,
It's a
cashew.
cough lozenge.
She's got some peanuts.
Yeah, got a cough lozenge wrapped in tissue paper, and the bow of her checkered silk scarf had been pulled tightly to the left of her neck, possibly from behind, so he's done it again.
Yep.
He strangled her, not with a handkerchief this time, but with her scarf. Blood was still flowing from a single knife wound inflicted to Stride's neck. And
Fresh.
although her hands were cold to the touch, other sections of her body were slightly or quite warm.
Her pussy.
This suggests that Stride was killed shortly before her body was discovered. Several patrons of the Working Men's Club, which was next to where she was found, who had left the premises between 12:30 and 12:50, later informed police they had observed nothing amiss. So her body was found at 1. These people had left somewhere between 10 minutes and 40 minutes before her body was found.
Okay.
So in that time, he's taken her there and he's murdered her.
Slipper.
So they said about her hands being cold to the touch, they said it was quite a cool evening. So the rest of her body was warm. So even though that maybe indicates she might have been there for a little bit longer, because the rest of her body was warm, it's probably just because it was a cold night and her hands were cold anyway. Yep. It is believed that the killer was disturbed in his mutilations of Elizabeth's body, possibly by the people coming out the Working Men's Club, and his evil machinations had not been fulfilled, and the urge to kill drove him to find a second victim.
That's fair enough. You should never interrupt a murderer while he's doing his thing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, come on, it's just common courtesy, really. You know, like murderer to murderer. Let the murderer murder.
Let the man be, yeah.
Just let the murderer murder, otherwise we wouldn't have a cool story to be telling you on Halloween.
Bro.
Next, we have Catherine Edo. So she's murdered within an hour.
Shit.
Within an hour, she gets murdered. She was born in Graiseley Green in Wolverhampton. So hopefully there's something... Yes, there's something
Graiseley Green, mate. I'm a little bit of a brummy.
A little bit.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Let's see what else I can give you to say. Oh, yeah, there's plenty for you to say.
Plentiful.
Plenty for you to say. I'm just talking so that it's not boring for everybody. Cool.
I like
okay.
that. I like that a lot.
So she was born on the 14th of April, 1842, the 6th of 12 children born to tin plate worker George Eddowes and his wife Catherine.
Someone's mum was busy.
Yeah, I know. They're probably Catholic, I'm guessing. She worked as a cook at the Peacock Hotel. But by 1857, both of Catherine's parents had died, and she was admitted to the workhouse.
Cathy.
She gained a trade, and she had a few jobs, but lost them quickly, having been caught stealing. She had 3 children with an ex-soldier, but their relationship soured after her drinking became excessive, and she was seen with black eyes on numerous occasions. So she drank a lot. He got upset with it because he was teetotal.
On the Stella.
And he used to beat her, yes. Well, yeah, she was drinking Stella, but she got hit by her fella.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. She left him and her children, again, and moved to London, starting a new relationship with a fruit salesman named John Kelly. During this time, she earned money performing domestic duties to families in a Jewish quarter.
What are domestic duties?
Just being a servant.
Cleaning, etc.
Cleaning.
Shagging?
Not yet.
No, yeah.
The
We'll
pair
get there.
regularly travelled to Kent
Oh,
in the summer to pick hops for extra funds. Maidstone was also mentioned. And
big
on
up.
the 27th of September 1888, they arrived back to London, staying in separate lodgings for the night. So they'd already spent pretty much all of their money.
Yeah.
Just even coming back, because they walked back from London to Kent as well.
Whoa.
And they had to.
That's a trek, isn't it?
There is a trek, and they had to stay in separate because they only had, I think, sixpence left. So he went off and stayed in one place, which was fourpence. So he got a bed, and then she stayed somewhere that was twopence, which was, I'm guessing,
She got
just sleeping on the
floorboards.
floor. Yeah,
Yeah.
floorboards or a rope. Reportedly, upon her arrival at the casual ward, the superintendent asked Eddowes, she'd frequently slept at the premises before,
Yeah.
where she'd recently been, to which Eddowes replied she had been hop picking. Eddowes then added that she intended to claim the reward offered for the arrest of the Whitechapel murderer, adding,
I think I know him.
so
Wait,
she...
was that the wrong voice?
Yeah, that's fine. No, she just says she thinks she knows who Jack the Ripper is, and this
I
is
had
2
a good
days
Brummy
before
voice
she's
lined
murdered.
up. I thought it was
Yeah,
someone
do
else.
Brummy then.
I think I know him.
Yeah, perfect. She's
Yeah.
from Wolverhampton. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
In the early afternoon of the 29th of September, Catherine informed John of her intentions to travel to Bermondsey.
Cracking mile.
I've not done it.
Oh, get down there. Anyone close to London or that ever goes, go to Bermondsey Beer Mile and get
Is it only on
twatted.
Saturdays in the morning?
Morning.
Afternoon.
For the day, I don't know.
Day
I've already been
drinking.
on a Saturday. It's fantastic though.
Is it?
Yeah.
I really want to do it.
Yeah, let's.
Shall we?
Yep.
Do you get absolutely...
You get as twatted as you want.
Oh, nice. I'll do that. Okay, so Catherine informed John of her intentions to travel to Bermondsey for the beer mile and also to attempt to borrow some money from her daughter, who by 1888 had been married to a gunmaker in Southwark for 3 years.
Shit.
So she did this a lot. She would borrow money from her daughters and from her sisters on quite a few occasions. The two-party company in Houndsditch, at around 2 p.m, with Catherine informing John that she expected to return by 4 p.m. With money from pawning his boots, a barefooted Kelly took a bed at the lodging house just after 8 p.m, according to the deputy keeper, who remained there all night. So he pawned his boots to get a bed.
Why'd you do that?
Night. That's mental. So now he's
Rather just sleep on the
barefoot.
floor.
Just imagine being that poor.
Wouldn't be
Isn't
good,
it
would
crazy?
I'd go shagging, to be fair.
Would you?
Don't know if it counts if you're a bloke, though, does it?
Probably more so nowadays. Probably not then.
Just some dirty
Unless it's
little
like a
man on the
niche.
floor. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you're probably a bit old for man on man.
What?
As in, unless you're shagging, unless you're the top. But I imagine if people are paying, they're going to want to be the bottom. Like,
Yeah.
they're going to want you to be the bottom. They're going to want to
Oh.
be the top.
Yeah, I could put a pillow under my tummy.
Bite a pillow.
Yeah. Not this again.
At 8:30 p.m. on Saturday, 29th of September, PC Louis Frederick Robinson observed a
Strong
small
name.
group of people converged outside the number 29 Aldgate High Street.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have been so difficult to say. Approaching the crowd, he observed Eddowes lying drunk on the pavement.
Bloody hell.
I know. Robinson assisted Eddowes to her feet and leaned her against the shutters of the house, although she repeatedly slumped back onto the pavement. I think, rapidly, whichever, that probably works. Quickly. Summoning the assistance of PC George Simmons, the two took her to custody at Bishopsgate Police Station and detained her until she was sober enough to leave. Upon arrival, Catherine gave her name as nothing, and within 20 minutes she had fallen asleep in a cell.
That's a good shout if you haven't got money, though. Don't sell your boots. Get arrested.
Get arrested, they just give you somewhere to sleep. Shortly after 12:30 on the morning of the 30th of September, so this is half an hour or about the time that Elizabeth Stride's getting murdered,
Yep.
Catherine asked PC George Hutt when she could be released. In response, Hutt replied,
When you're fucking capable of taking care of yourself, love.
"Is that Jason Statham?"
Yep.
Is that Jason Statham?
Jason Hutt.
Oh, wow.
From
30 minutes later at 1 a.m, so Elizabeth Stride's dead. Catherine was
gone.
deemed sober enough to be released, saying to Hutt as he escorted her to the entrance of Bishopsgate Police Station.
All right. Good night, old cock.
Lovely.
Bet she wanted his old cock.
Probably. Not anymore, though. At 1:44 a.m., Eddowes' mutilated and disemboweled body was found lying on her back with her head resting on a coal hole. Fun phrase, coal hole.
Resting in or on the coal hole?
I don't know. Don't know what a coal hole is, but she might
Hopefully
be resting
the
in
coal
it.
hole has a lid.
Oh yeah, but it might have a lid and she might be resting on that.
Yeah.
So her head's resting and also turned towards her left shoulder. In the southwest corner of Mitre Square by the square's beat policeman PC Edward Watkins, approximately 14 minutes after he previously passed through the square at 1:30. So he'd gone through at 1:30 and then he's come back around 14 minutes later and he's found a body and this is what had been done to her.
Jack moves fast.
He does move fast. The subsequent post-mortem records of Frederick Gordon Brown.
Bloody hell. Bloody hell, mate. Not Gordon Brown.
Who arrived at the crime scene shortly after 2 a.m. state... You could read this if you want. Because it's his words.
Gordon Brown?
Yeah, you'll be Gordon Brown for this.
The body was on its back, the head turned to left shoulder, the clothes drawn up above the abdomen. The thighs were naked, left leg extended in a line with the body. The abdomen was exposed. The bonnet was at the back of the head. Great disfigurement of the face. The throat cut. Across below the throat was a neckerchief. Another handkerchief. Fucking hell. The intestines were drawn out to a large extent and placed over the right shoulder. They were smeared over with some feculent matter. I'm guessing that's poo.
Yeah.
A piece of about 2 feet was quite detached from the body and placed between the body and the left arm. Apparently by design, the lobe and auricle of the right ear were cut obliquely through. Body was quite warm, as was the vagina.
Yeah, very nice.
Weird. Why is he checking that out?
Her left kidney and the majority of her uterus had been removed, which led investigators to again believe that the murderer had anatomical knowledge of the body.
Yeah.
At approximately 5 to 3 on the 30th September, a blood-stained fragment of Eddowes' apron was discovered at the bottom of a common stairway at a tenement in Goulston Street, Whitechapel, by PC Alfred Long.
That sounds like a porn star, doesn't it?
Yeah, PC Alfred Long.
PC Alfred Long.
Well, the only... Fuck.
What did you even say?
My name... My name isn't the only thing long about me.
I
was just calculating.
Like a shit R2D2.
I was just thinking. The section of apron was also contaminated with sections of fecal matter, and Long was adamant that the garment had not lain in the doorway when he had previously passed this location at 2:20. So 35 minutes later, and it is there.
Nice.
Scrawled upon the wall above the section of the apron was a crude chalk graffito. The names measuring the letters, not names. Oh, fuck. The letters measuring approximately 3/4 of an inch, commonly held to have read.
The Jews are the men that will not be blamed for nothing.
And the message seemed to imply that a Jew was responsible for the murder.
Bloody Jews, always catching strays.
Oh, bloody heck, right.
Bloody hell, mate.
Not only is the Ripper case famous for its brutality and mystery, but also for the correspondence received by media supposedly from the murderer.
Oh, that's
cool. On the 1st
of
October, a postcard dubbed the Saucy Jack postcard, signed Jack the Ripper, was received by the Central News Agency. The author claimed responsibility for the murders of both Stride and Eddowes the previous day, describing the killing of the two women as the double event, a designation which has endured. It has been argued that the postcard was mailed before the murders were publicised, making it unlikely that a crank would have knowledge of such a crime, but this correspondence was postmarked more than 24 hours after the killings took place, long after the details were known by journalists and residents of the area.
Good God. Where's our boy Saucy Jackie?
Where indeed. On the 16th of October 1888, a cubical parcel measuring 3.5 inches containing half a preserved human kidney was received by chairman of the Whitechapel Vigilance Committee, George Lusk. Incredible.
Imagine
They made
unboxing
this
that.
committee in response to the murders.
Right.
You're very quiet. I don't know if you're going to be that quiet.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's better. The handwriting and style were unlike that of the Saucy Jack postcard,
Right.
and the general linguistic characteristics of this letter indicated the author was either Irish of Irish extraction or intentionally intending to mimic Irish pronunciations.
Oh, crikey.
So we've got the final one here. I will warn you.
Is this a bit rough?
This is rough. This is
Just
quite
how we
rough.
like our
And in
murders.
fact, I have exactly the words from his report again. So I'll give you that to read.
Yeah, highlight
And
that
just
shit. Am I Irish again?
Good luck. You can
Where am I
decide
from
when you
this
get
time?
there, but
Okay.
it would be the coroner this time.
Right.
The final of the canonical 5 victims was Mary Jane Kelly. Compared with the other 4 canonical Ripper victims, Mary Kelly's origins are obscure and undocumented, and much of this information is possibly embellished. Mary may have fabricated many details of her early life, as there is no corroborating documentary evidence. And there is no evidence to the contrary either. According to Joseph Barnett, the man she had most recently lived with prior to her murder, Mary had told him that she was born in Limerick, Ireland in 1863, so she's much younger than the other victims.
Yeah.
Although
Very
whether
young.
she reserved to the city or the county is not known. So she was 25 when she was murdered.
Fucking hell.
And that her family moved to Wales when she was a child. In 1884, Kelly apparently left Cardiff and relocated to London, where she briefly worked as a tobacconist. I don't know what that is. I'm guessing it's
Nice job.
tobacco
Selling
in
tobacco,
Chelsea,
yeah.
before securing employment as a domestic servant while lodging in Crispin Street, Spitalfields. Via her acquaintance with a young French woman whom Mary met in Knightsbridge, she found work in a high-class brothel in the more affluent West End of London. She became one of the brothel's most popular girls and spent her earnings on expensive clothing and hiring a carriage. At some point, though, her life took a different direction, and she ended up a prostitute in the East End and began to drink heavily.
They love the booze, these girls, don't they?
It's a real sad existence.
It isn't great, is it? I wonder what... There's not a lot of difference between a brothel and being a prostitute, is there? I wonder what happened there.
At least you get somewhere to sleep.
Yeah,
And
fair enough.
rather than just wandering the street, and also there's some sort of
shagged on the
vetting and
cobbles.
security there. And
Yeah.
it's a high-end one, so she's getting money for it.
Money.
At some point, she apparently went with one of her clients to France. He's a
Sick.
well-off Frenchman, but she went over there and didn't like
Didn't
her
like
life,
it,
so she
wasn't
returned
keen.
and then
Revolution and all
ended
that.
up here. So she shared lodgings at 13 Miller Court, occasionally allowing other prostitutes to stay as she didn't have the heart to leave them without shelter.
She sounds like a nice girl.
On the 9th of November, unemployed labourer George Hutchinson, who knew Mary, reported that the two had met at about 2 a.m. on Flower in Dean Street, and that Mary had asked him for a loan of a sixpence. Hutchinson claimed to be broke, having spent all of his money in Romford, of all places, on the previous day.
Ugh.
What
Do
is
I
in
like Romford?
I'm not being
Romford.
Essex.
No, I don't like that. There's a place near where your dad lives where I went to buy a cigar once, and it was very pretty. But I can never remember where it was. Rochester, that's it. Yeah.
He later stated that as Kelly walked in the direction of Thrall Street, she was approached by a man of Jewish appearance, take that what you will, aged about 34 or 35. Hutchinson claimed he was suspicious of this man because although Kelly seemed to know him, the individual's opulent appearance made him a suspicious character to be in the neighbourhood. The man had also made an effort to disguise his features from Hutchinson by hiding his head with his hat over his eyes as the two had passed him.
Sneaky Jewish man.
Sneaky. He gets to do an Irish accent in this paragraph. Hutchinson later provided the police with an extremely detailed description of the man, right down to the colour of his eyelashes, despite it being the early hours of the morning. So how are you seeing that, big man?
Chatting wet, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless it was albino or something.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah,
That's
but this
pretty
guy is
obvious at
like
that
his
point.
hat's covering his head, so how is he seeing it?
He's a liar.
He reported that he overheard them talking in the street opposite the court where Mary was living. Mary complained of losing her handkerchief, and the man gave her a red one of his own.
Ooh.
Hutchinson claimed that he then heard Mary state,
"All right, my dear, come along. You will be comfortable." That was Scottish.
That was Scottish, that was Mrs. Doubtfire. Try again.
Help is on the way, dear. Right, how do I do it? Ireland. "All right, my dear, come along. You will be comfortable."
Not your best. Do you want a third time?
Right, I need to get into the eye.
It's Limerick as well, so is that the south?
"All right, my dear, come along. You will be comfortable."
It's your best one. It's not your best work overall, though.
Sorry, guys.
She and the man walked into 13 Miller's Court, and Hutchinson's followed them. Why are you following them, though? Why are you begging
He's such
so
a creep.
hard?
I reckon Hutchinson's a bit of a murderer.
Yeah.
You're a murderer.
You're a murderer.
Yeah,
He saw neither of them again, laying off his watch about 2:45. So obviously he's followed them thinking that something's amiss, and he decided at 2:45 he's not seeing any of them. It is what it is. So he's there for about 45 minutes.
Creep.
Later on the morning of the 9th, Mary's landlord had sent an acquaintance round to collect Mary's rent as she was 6 weeks behind. She owed 29 shillings. He peered into the room and he saw her mutilated corpse on the bed. The mutilation of Mary's corpse was by far the most extensive of any of the Whitechapel murders, likely because the murderer had more time to commit his atrocities in a private room without fear of discovery over an extended period of time, as opposed to in public areas. Coroner Thomas Bond, so you can decide how he's going to sound, recorded in his official documents of the post-mortem the following injuries to Mary's body. It's long.
"The whole of the surface of the abdomen and thighs was removed and the abdominal cavity emptied of its viscera. The breasts were cut off, the arms mutilated by several jagged wounds, and the face hacked beyond recognition of the features. The tissues of the neck were severed all round down to the bone. The viscera were found in various parts, viz." I don't know what that means. "The uterus and kidneys with one breast under the head, the other breast by the right foot, the liver between the feet, the intestines by the right side, and the spleen by the left side of the body."
You just see the start of the next sentence.
"The flaps removed from the abdomen and the thighs were on a table. The face was gashed in all directions, the nose, cheeks, eyebrows, and ears being partly removed. The lips were blanched and cut by several incisions running obliquely down to the chin. There were also numerous cuts extending irregularly across all the features."
This is horrendous subject matter, and it's not being conveyed by the tone at all.
"The neck was cut through.
It's horrid. This is horrid. It gets so much worse.
I feel really bad doing an accent on.
Do you want me to just say it, the rest of it from here?
Yeah, okay.
"The neck was cut through the skin and the other tissues right down to the vertebrae, the fifth and sixth being deeply notched. The skin and tissues of the abdomen from the costal arch to the pubis were removed in 3 large flaps.
For fuck's sake. Them
The right
pubes.
thigh was denuded in front to the bone." I think that means that the skin taken off.
Yeah, rough.
"The flap of skin, including the external organs of generation and the right part of the buttock," so that's
The
her
buttocks.
flaps. So her flaps are gone.
She's flapless.
Among with all the other flaps. The left thigh was stripped of skin, fascia, and the muscles as far as the knee. So if you go on the Wikipedia page about her, you can see the pictures.
Oh my
You can
days.
see her body, and it is horrendous. And you can see the pictures of her leg, which you could just see the muscles underneath. Her skin's gone.
Insert picture here.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
It's mental. No, yeah.
I'll check it out first, and then I'll put it in.
The left calf showed a long gash through the skin and tissues to the deep muscles, and reaching from the knife to 5 inches above the ankle. Both arms and forearms had extensive jagged wounds. On opening the thorax, it was found that the right lung was minimally adherent by old firm adhesions. I don't know what that means. The lower part of the lung was broken and torn away. The left lung was intact. In each case, the mutilation was inflicted by a person who had no scientific or anatomical knowledge, which is different to what we've heard in the other ones.
Yeah, everyone else.
In my
was a doctor.
opinion... Oh, sorry?
Everyone else thought he was a doctor, didn't they?
Yeah. In my opinion, he does not even possess the technical knowledge of a butcher or a horse slaughterer or a person accustomed to cutting up dead animals.
This one was brutal.
Absolutely brutal. So those are the 5 canonical victims, which very much progress in terms of the MO, in terms of the
as long as they're
violence.
dead before
All of
butchered,
them. All of them.
I'm
The
happy
very
with
first thing to happen
that.
was a big cut to the neck, although a lot of them seem to have been dragged back or strangled slightly with their handkerchiefs first. So I think it was it Annie Chapman, her tongue was swollen, so it made it look like he'd strangled her a bit first, but before all these mutilations were done, they were all dead. The vast majority of the City of London police files relating to their investigation to the Whitechapel murders were destroyed in the Blitz.
Bloody hell.
Mental.
Yeah.
So a lot of the files are gone. The surviving Metropolitan Police files allow a detailed view of the investigative procedures in the Victorian era, and a lot of these apparently remain the same.
Yeah.
A large team of policemen conducted house-to-house inquiries through Whitechapel. Forensic material was collected and examined. More than 2,000 people were interviewed. Upwards of 300 people were investigated and 80 people were detained. So they did a fair bit, even though they never got to the bottom of it. Following the murders of Stride and Eddowes, the Commissioner of the City Police, Sir James Fraser, offered a reward of £500 for the arrest of Jack the Ripper. Butchers, slaughterers, surgeons and physicians were suspected because of the manner of the mutilations. A report from Inspector Swanson to the Home Office confirms that 76 butchers and slaughterers were visited, and the inquiry encompassed all of their employees for the previous 6 months. So a lot went into it.
Yeah, they put a lot of work in.
Yeah, they put a lot of work in. Some contemporaneous... I hate that word.
Big words, mate. What does that even mean?
Contemporary, just people that were alive at the same time.
Right.
Figures, including Queen Victoria, thought the pattern of the murders indicated that the culprit was a butcher or cattle driver from one of the cattle boats that plied between London and mainland Europe. They investigated all of the timetables of the different shipping companies and all the boats that came in during that period to see if any of them lined up with coming to shore and then the murders happening. But there was no such lining
Evidence.
up.
Yeah.
In addition to the contradictions and unreliability of contemporary... I've missed one. Fuck. The concentration of the killings around weekends and public holidays and within a short distance of each other has indicated to many that Ripper was in regular employment and lived locally.
Bank holiday killer.
Exactly, a bank holiday. Lord Mayor's Day or something, one of them was. However, others have opined, I love the word opined, it was used so much in this article, have said that the killer was an educated upperclassman, possibly a doctor or an aristocrat, who ventured into the Whitechapel from a more well-to-do area. So some of the people that they've seen have been really well-dressed and have kind of stuck out from being well-dressed. Such theories drawn on cultural perceptions such as the fear of medical profession and mistrust of modern science, or the exploitation of the poor by the rich.
It's likely,
regular themes.
Yeah.
In addition to the contradictions and unreliability of contemporaneous accounts, attempts to identify the murderer have been hampered by the lack of any confirmed surviving forensic evidence. Obviously, I mean, they barely had fingerprints at the time, let alone anything else.
Not a chance. Yeah.
DNA analysis has attempted to tie Aaron Kosminski, who is a Whitechapel butcher, to the crime scene, and Walker Stickert to the letters, which they think could be hoaxes. The scientific... because a lot of them don't... It would make sense because none of them had any information that couldn't have been gleaned by public knowledge, which is easy to say because that just means it could be anybody, but there was no... Certainly some of them are going to be from someone just calling a hoax. We never know, one of them might be, but it's so hard to know how.
Yeah, when that many come in.
Exactly. The scientific methodology used to advance these mutually incompatible claims has been criticised. So there was mitochondrial DNA, which was recovered from an uncorroborated crime scene evidence compared with undisclosed loads of words. Basically, I think it was in like 2014. They got some DNA from a shawl. I can't remember which of the victims' shawl was, which had semen on it. So they got that, and then a lot of people had said this name, Aaron Kosminski, and so they'd got a descendant of Kosminski, but he didn't have any children, so it would be quite a distant descendant.
Yeah.
And obviously it was. I can't remember whether they said they had a match or not, but absolutely
100%.
nobody thinks
it was 100% DNA match.
Yeah,
but
it's really difficult to know who handled the evidence at what point and all. Could it at any point loads of people have touched this? So it could literally be there's a possibility
that anyone's spunk.
Somebody else's relative has touched that, and then it is 100%. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
DNA test on extant letters is also inconclusive. So even it was handled too many times and is contaminated too much to provide meaningful results. So it's very much unlikely we're going to get an answer either way.
It's Aaron. It was Aaron.
Do you reckon?
Sounds like a murderer's name.
You're going to go into it? Because I haven't gone into it.
There's not a lot to go into. You've said it, to be honest.
It
did say it was a 100% match, but like you said, it doesn't mean that was the match, does it?
No. I mean, also, a lot of these women are ladies of the night, At any point, that spunk could have got on there.
Could be anyone's come.
Another of the infamous correspondence letters from the killer, the Dear Boss letter, was dated the 25th of September and postmarked on the 27th of September 1888 and was received that day by the Central News Agency and then given to Scotland Yard afterwards. Initially, it was considered a hoax, but when Edo's was found 3 days later than the postmark, with a section of one ear cut from her body, the promise of the author to clip the lady's ears off gained attention.
Damn.
So it was nicked by the killer. And the letter's author's threat to send the ears to the police was never carried out.
I've nicked her ear.
Oh yeah, I could have let you read that.
I like nicked. It's great.
She nicked the ear. The murderer was never found, and alongside the dark legacy of the murders, the light that the crime shone on depravity of the East End slums led to many of them being cleared out and renovated, and that is the story.
That's a tale as old as time.
What do you think?
Ruthless. To sum it up,
no roof there.
Being. No
Don't
roof.
Piss in my ear and tell me it's raining.
If there was a roof, you'd be getting killed. Especially if you like shagging. That's mental, really, isn't it?
What he did.
Yeah, and the fact that he just never got caught. I mean, it's pretty. I don't want to say.
I don't know.
It's not really cool, but
I think it's quite obvious.
Do we think it was the same person?
Yeah, there's a lot of kind of backwards and forwards as to whether it was the same person or not. But the fact they were all slashed all the way down to the bone, from the same way left to right, which says that he's right-handed.
There's one when he's done a really shit job, and that was the one he had the most time on. So could that last one have been Mary? So all the other ones said that they think that he's done this. He's a cutsman. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Mary, she was fucked up, wasn't she? But not even a butcher would do that.
In the other ones, he'd removed parts of the kidney and all that sort of thing. He hadn't, but with her, he literally spooned her bowels out.
Yeah, why?
So it doesn't matter because he wasn't.
Suppose he had so much time, he'd just do what he wanted.
Exactly, he had an awful lot more time. Let's go. There you go. Look at the bottom. I'll put in a picture, and you can describe it to the listeners.
I'll trigger warning it, and I will put it in for anyone that wants to look. Anyone that doesn't want to look, I'm going to give you 20 seconds to skip forwards. Oh my good God. So, she looks like a human bowl of jelly.
Yeah, her face is just gone.
Rank,
and then you go, you can see her legs there.
Are they her legs?
Yeah. Yeah, you can see all the muscles.
She has no vagina, no mole.
No, the flaps are gone.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's horrendous, isn't it?
Yeah, that's nuts.
I saw that and I was like, that's insane.
I kind of want to zoom in on her face, but I might have nightmares.
I mean, there isn't any face.
Ugh. That's
Yeah.
sent a shiver down the spine.
At least, like you said, she was dead before all of that happened. Cause
Oh,
it
yeah,
was just
fucking
horrendous.
hell. Hopefully.
Absolutely horrendous. That you can see on the bedside table her organs. Yeah.
Lovely.
Just
Bloody
horrendous.
lovely.
It's just absolutely
Yeah,
horrendous.
he's done a job on her.
Because I knew obviously that he'd killed some ladies, and I knew that he slashed their neck. I didn't know how much he mutilated the bodies.
That is brutal. Well,
It
the
is
other ones
brutal.
wouldn't have been anywhere near that, would they? Because they're all in the middle of the street.
I don't know. There are some of them he had.
That is Halloweeny.
Halloween spooky
Halloweeny.
season. How would you have done it differently?
I think he should have branched out a little bit.
Not just prostitutes.
No. Taking it away from the sex, which has been the theme of the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Should have opened up a barber shop. Jack the Snipper.
Incredible. Incredible. Well done. Well done. It's like Sweeney
Not
Todd.
necessarily
Sweeney
not
Todd.
necessarily him. Like someone could have benefited from this.
Yeah, Jack the Snipper.
Yeah, get down to the snippers and have your
And
haircut.
There was recently in the East End of London some controversy because some people had opened up a fish and chip shop and called it Jack the Chipper. People were not very happy and they threatened to boycott it.
Get a
I
life.
thought, come on, it's been like 150 years
Fuck,
at this point.
get
Just
over
calm
yourself.
it.
They could have had little handkerchief bibs so you don't get hair on your top. He likes a handkerchief, remember?
Yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah.
A rickworm perchance.
Yeah. I don't know what else you'd get. Maybe like
Slash
a
your neck.
blood-coloured wax.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. And then
Very
you get...
good.
No, because
And
you're
the
not
foam's
prosy, you're
red.
not getting
The foam's
killed.
red.
Yes, red beard foam. Yeah.
Foam red. And then he just his little signature
Little
maybe
nick.
is he gives you a little
nick.
nick. Yeah.
Jack the Snip. What did
Jack
you
the
just say?
Snipper gives you a little nick.
I thought you said something else.
What do you think I said?
It's racist, so I'm not going to say it out loud.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. Well, we'll move on. Excellent. What's next? Chris's fact corner, please.
He could have potentially been a very small man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, rumoured that his height was between 5'5" and 5'7".
Damn. Is that
Jack
small?
the Midget. It's quite
At the
small,
time,
isn't
though,
it?
people were quite small, weren't they? Because Queen Victoria was like 4'5" or something ridiculous.
Yeah, she was a bitch, so...
I think everyone was quite small
Well, he
because
was
of
smallest.
malnutrition and stuff. But okay, yeah. So he was small. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that
Next.
was one of them. That was 1 out of 2. Jill the Ripper, question mark, question mark,
Oh,
question
a
mark.
femme.
There's a theory that it could have been a woman.
Oh, yeah.
There's the disguise theory. Abeline, who I can't remember who that is, believed a woman could have committed the murders and then disguised herself in a victim's clothing to escape notice.
Yeah, but the victims had their clothing on them and were bloody.
Well, disguise theory's out the window. See, you're debunking the myths.
There we go.
Potential skills of Jill.
Oh.
Some theories propose the killer was an abortionist or midwife,
And
giving
she
them
fucked
the
up, so
knowledge
she was
of
like, oh.
giving them the knowledge of anatomy to perform the mutilations and the ability to potentially incapacitate victims with pressure points.
Really? I
Yep.
suppose so, because it goes back in the day, they don't really have anaesthesia and stuff apart from chloroform, so maybe she's like,
Ninja.
oh, I'll just put you in a rear naked choke
Potter!
so
Yep.
cut this baby out your
Yeah.
uterus.
While I abort your uterus. Mary Piercy. This woman was convinced of a separate murder in 1890 and is sometimes cited as a potential Ripper suspect because her method of killing her lover's wife was similar to the Ripper's.
Ooh.
A partial DNA profile from evidence has suggested the Ripper could have been a female.
Well, how interesting. But then, as we said, it's not really.
There's DNA everywhere. And that brings me to my food fact.
Oh my god, I forgot about this. Okay.
I nearly mixed it up this week, but I couldn't get a definitive answer. I tried to get how many uteri could you fit in a pumpkin, but I couldn't really figure that one out.
Okay.
So I figured out what was a famous sweet in 1988, and it was lemon drops.
I was going to say something like that, yeah. Lemon drops.
How many lemon drop sweets could you fit in a small pumpkin?
In a small pumpkin, 60.
I'm going to go with... Would you say that's small?
I think that's quite medium. I was thinking you meant like this.
No, I'm about like that.
Like a medium-sized pumpkin. Head-sized pumpkin.
Yeah, head-sized pumpkin.
200.
Double it.
400.
You can double it if you want, and it will fit within my range of 500 to 1,500 lemon drop sweets.
500 to 1,500.
They're only
That's
little.
Crazy.
They're only like that big. like
a
a
little,
double the size
humbug.
of a pea. No, I had to Google a picture because I thought that was a bit
lemon
inaccurate.
drop, I suppose, is going to be smaller. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Understandable.
That is it.
Nice. Excellent fact corner.
It wasn't the best. Finding facts out about a person that we don't know who it is
really
turns
difficult.
out to be quite hard.
Really difficult.
Yeah. So
that was really interesting, and
that was one of I couldn't really bring myself to tune in too much on that one because I was having a nice time listening to it.
I think we went through. It was more of a narrative, and we went into lots of information about different people, which is more difficult to comment on because you've got new people and new backgrounds each time. So
and it was just very interesting
and just very dark and depressing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I know who Jack the Ripper is, but I've never looked. Have I ever? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never seen. Is there any TV programs or anything that dive into it a little bit? I don't think I've ever seen anything.
I'm sure there's some things that have been mentioned, and apparently there's like a Sherlock Holmes thing where it's included in that. But no, I can't say that I've seen a film.
I think what's the podcast where they look into murderers? I Could Murder a Podcast.
Oh yeah, ICMAP.
I think they've done Jack the Ripper. I don't think I've listened to it. I think they have, but I don't know if I took anything in.
Yeah.
I won't take any of this in. Ask me tomorrow.
It's all gone.
It will all be gone.
Yeah, I was appalled at the level of violence and the mutilations. Mate. And I think learning about the people as well just makes it really sad.
Yeah, when you put a face to no face.
The lack of face to what was formerly a face and have given them a face in the past,
Brutal. Brutalised.
Shall we?
You know where this brings us?
Oh, is it?
Correspondence, I've done it. No one else has replied in. You bunch of weasels.
Just Nick? Okay.
Just Nick. So we abused him that much last week. He's written back again. Nice. He's the only one. So maybe we need to apologise. For absolutely nothing. Forget fucked.
I'm going to apologise for nothing. Wait, what was it? Or to no one?
It's Conor McGregor, isn't it? I don't really want to quote that twat. But yeah, I would like to take this moment to apologise to absolutely nobody.
Yeah.
Back when he was actually all right.
When he was relevant and not such a prick.
Yeah.
Just the fact
he's
that
found
he's
God
cheated
now, though.
so much on D, and it's just so...
And him just
always there.
punching old people in the face in the pubs. He's a cunt.
That is indefensible.
He's an arsehole. He's running to be the Prime Minister of Ireland, so you do you, pal.
You do you, boo.
Megan's riddle.
Someone's exploded a bottle of gin.
For God's sake. I've closed the document down, so I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about. Bloody hell, mate. A bottle of gin is gone. Fucking hell, you're a dickhead. Where is it?
You found it?
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I like that.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I clearly made the last one too difficult because someone guessed it. No, too easy, sorry, because somebody guessed it, whereas the Milgram nobody did. Cool.
No, it was the Milgram. Everyone guessed the right thing that you'd said, but you decided that wasn't the right thing anyway.
No, it wasn't the right thing.
Get fucked.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, for listening to this spooky edition of
Thank you, Megan. I enjoyed
Historians.
Thank you.
And have a happy Halloween.
Hope you don't get murdered.
Yeah, I really hope you don't get murdered.
Yeah.
Fuck, I hope you don't get murdered.
If you don't write in, Jack the Ripper's going to get you.
I've been told, anyway. It's just part of the contract. I just work here. I'm so sorry, but that's what's going to happen. So unless you want your throat slashed and your face gone, I would write in if I were you.
You don't want to wake up faceless on November the 1st.
No, you certainly don't. You prick. All right.
Plural. Love you guys. See you later, mate.
Bye.
Bye.